Remember when Jay-Z once said, "I think we've passed kneeling"? Well, if what Nicki Minaj is revealing is true, we've passed a lot more than that. This isn't just hip-hop beef, it's an alleged full-blown operation, and it's far darker than anyone imagined. Nicki just blew the lid off a shocking secret, accusing Roc Nation of running a massive setup targeting rappers, and her evidence comes from an unbelievably close source, Desiree Perez's own daughter. Get ready, because the truth might make you question everything you thought you knew about the music industry. The bombshell drops. Nicki's unprecedented accusations. Nicki ain't holding back. She's coming for everybody, accusing Roc Nation of orchestrating a shadowy operation aimed at controlling artists. At the center of it all? Jay-Z and Desiree Perez, the very same woman who went from a convicted trafficker to a federal informant, and is now the CEO of Roc Nation. Nicki isn't just throwing around wild claims, she's drawing a direct line, alleging Roc Nation had a hand in the intense legal battle surrounding Tory Lanez, the very public snitch label slapped on 6ix9ine, and even Casanova's sudden RICO charges. What's the thread connecting these high-profile cases? According to Nicki, each one had something to say about Desiree Perez. These are serious allegations, but the most damning confirmation comes from an unexpected place. The daughter's explosive lawsuit, a mother's alleged betrayal. It gets even darker. Desiree Perez's own daughter, Dara Hadley, didn't just step in to back Nicki up. She revealed an unthinkable personal horror. Dara straight up said her own mother had her locked in a psych ward for no reason at all. The incident began on March 27 of last year when Dara claims she was lured to a parking lot by someone posing as a potential client for her landscaping business. She alleges her mother, Desiree, used her power and influence to have Dara falsely detained under Florida's Baker Act and Marchman Act. All because Dara wouldn't leave her husband. Dara's lawsuit claims Desiree pulled all this just to ruin her marriage to Javon Hadley, even threatening, "I'm going to Baker Act you if you stay with that N-word. I will have you committed." That's sick. Dara backed up her claims with body cam footage showing the moment she was taken away and pages of medical documents proving she wasn't on any substances, had no mental health issues, and absolutely no reason to be institutionalized. This wasn't just a mother-daughter dispute. It was an alleged full-blown cartel-level move. If Desiree can allegedly do that to her own child, what would she do to Nicki now that she's exposing real receipts? The relentless swatting campaign. Breaking Nicki down. This goes deeper than just legal battles. You probably remember when Nicki's house kept getting swatted over and over in 2023. According to her, that wasn't some random prank. It was part of Roc Nation's twisted campaign to break her down. It started when someone called the cops claiming Nicki was harming her own child. LAPD pulled up fast, ran a full investigation, and found nothing. But just hours later, another call came in saying there was a fire at her place. Still nothing. Then, a few weeks after that, another fake call hit. This time, someone claimed Nicki had been shot. Police rolled up heavy, but again, no evidence of anything. The LA Times confirmed it, a report about a woman being shot in Hidden Hills, a caller saying a friend shot a black woman, but it was all fake, a swatting call. This wasn't random, it was repeated, strategic, and it happened right when Nicki was dragging Roc Nation into the spotlight and hinting that something shady was going down behind the scenes. When Desiree's own daughter says Roc Nation will destroy anyone who doesn't fall in line, and Nicki's getting swatted while her child is being dragged into it, you have to stop and ask, was this all part of the plan? Was Roc Nation sending a message? Because none of this feels random anymore. Desiree Perez's shadowy past and present influence. To understand the full scope of these allegations, we need to understand who we're dealing with. Desiree Perez has a very shady history. According to investigative accounts, Desiree was arrested back in 1994 for trafficking 35 kilos of cocaine and conspiracy to distribute. Court files reviewed by the New York Daily News confirm she was tied to a major drug operation stretching across New York, Florida, and Puerto Rico. Here's the kicker, she didn't do any real time. Instead, she took a deal, turned into a federal informant, and even wore a wire to help take down some of her old partners. A 2014 report revealed federal agents were thrilled with her cooperation, calling her their star mole. This same article painted her as a Manhattan nightlife queen with a long rap sheet, tight ties to Jay-Z, and a past as both a DEA cooperating witness and, at one point, a fugitive. Her husband, Juan O.G. Perez, was in the mix too, one of Jay-Z's closest friends, co-founding the 4040 Club, and now president of Roc Nation Sports. Nicki claims both Desiree and Jay-Z are still government informants and that Roc Nation isn't just a label. It's an alleged Fed-run machine set up to trap rappers and keep the whole hip-hop game on lockdown. Roc Nation's alleged control over other rappers. It's not just Nicki who's speaking out. Tory Lanez was convicted in December 2022, but from day one, his case was full of holes. Key evidence like gunshot residue didn't match the story. Even the bullet fragments supposedly taken from Megan's foot simply vanished. Multiple witnesses claimed a woman fired the shots. Right before his sentencing, Tory called it out, accusing Roc Nation of orchestrating a setup. Once the guilty verdict dropped, his father lost it outside the courthouse, yelling that Desiree Perez, Jay-Z, and Roc Nation trade and barter the souls of young men. It's not just Tory. Look at 6ix9ine, branded the ultimate snitch, dragged through the dirt for cooperating in his RICO case. But here's what nobody's really talking about. 6ix9ine didn't just cooperate. He also teamed up with Nicki to publicly call out Desiree Perez and Roc Nation. And right after that, his whole image got torched. Coincidence? Then there's Casanova, another rapper with ties to Roc Nation, who suddenly got slapped with major federal RICO charges. Check the timeline. Casanova had just started speaking up about Roc Nation's alleged shady business moves, and a few months later, the feds swooped in. The way his indictment rolled out fits the exact blueprint Nicki already laid out. Sign them, trap them, control them, and if they resist, burn them. The unfolding truth and what comes next. Nicki's been warning people about Desiree Perez and Jay-Z for years, but folks kept brushing her off, calling her bitter or dramatic. She even called out how Desiree allegedly fired a bunch of Roc Nation staff for no legitimate reason. Nicki wrote, "On the next song I delve into all the people Desiree allegedly fired for unknown reasons. So many people were blindsided and hurt by her allegedly. Now, the truth is unfolding. Those employees weren't just laid off randomly. They were reportedly let go just for being Nicki Minaj fans. And now, Desiree's own daughter Desiree is backing Nicki 100%. Desiree straight up said Roc Nation didn't just come for her, they went after her family. Her husband and even her son were targeted. She even compared Nicki's situation to her own forced hospitalization, saying Desiree and Roc Nation are way more dangerous than people think, seriously evil behind the scenes. After Nicki saw Desiree's lawsuit and interviews, she clapped back hard, saying, "Never call me a liar, never insinuate it either." She confirmed Roc Nation really targeted her husband and her child, and that even now, people with power are still trying to break her family apart. But here's the wildest part. Nicki's not done. She's got more names. And it's not just rappers. She's sitting on a list that includes managers, judges, execs, even media insiders. If Nicki really decides to let it all fly, we might witness Roc Nation fall apart in front of the whole world. Is this the beginning of the end for one of hip-hop's most powerful empires? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear, nobody is safe right now.